Hello, welcome. I'm Hannah, and today I'm going to be trying out Dandelion's Cosmetics for the first time. I picked up 4 shades from their recent sale, and I'm so excited to put them on my eyes. I just got these in, and I haven't tried them out at all. I've mentioned wanting to try Dandelion's Cosmetics for a while, and I know a lot of you guys have said that they're like your favorite mattes. I've been a little bit reluctant because I've heard they're very powdery. Even though I've excused powderiness in other shadows, it still makes me like a little bit apprehensive. And also, I feel like I don't need that many matte shadows, and I'm like a little bit satisfied with the mattes I have, but I was really excited to try them, and they had a sale recently where their shadows were 25% off. They're already really cheap. I think they retail for $4.50, and with the 25% off, I got each of these for $3.37. I paid shipping, which was like $3, and this whole order was like under $18. So let me show you what I got, and then we'll put them on my eyes. The first one, I'll admit, I'm a little bit disappointed. This is the shade Lila. I should have known because it's described as a violet lilac lavender, just like in the title, but it looked so much like a light pink, and I really wanted a light pink matte. I recently saw Multichromatica Miles on Instagram do this look. I think it was with the new Terra Moon shades, but he used a pink matte in the crease, and it looked so cool, and I wanted a light pink matte, and I thought this would be it, but it's not. I think this is pretty, but I'm not really excited about the shade because it's not what I wanted it to be. The next one is Flourish, which is called a Berry Violet Pink Matte, and I think that works. I think this one looks pretty accurate to what I expected it to be. I think it's a really pretty shade, and I'll probably use it to deepen up other pinks. This one is Shortcake. This is one I've been eyeing in particular for a while. It's called a Strawberry Pink, and it's just so pretty. I think I have a depotted Jeffree Star shadow that I've like refused to get rid of so far, and I think it looks like this shadow. I really like it. And then the final one is Winkle. I think this is one of their real like classic shadows. It's a really pretty cornflower blue. I don't think I have any blues like this, and in fact, blues are an area of my single shadows that I kind of want to get some more of, so I'm really excited to have this one. Okay, we're zoomed in. I have my eye primer on, and my brushes are actually clean because I cleaned them all yesterday. Yay me. I had a vision when I thought that Lila was going to be more of a pink. I guess we'll still kind of do it anyway. So yeah, I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to try to get that on like my inner crease. First tap in. Alright, yeah, I mean, it is coming up a little powdery, but nothing worse than I would expect from other colorful mattes. Oh. My first impression is that for a light shadow, this is pretty rich with pigment, and I like that it's staying where I put it, but also like not harsh. Okay, that is pretty, and I do feel like it looks a little bit more pink on my eye than it does in the pan. It's still not like my pink crease fantasy, but it's something. I don't know what it is about my eye shape, but I feel like sometimes when I put shadows there, it like makes like a darkness right there. So usually I do avoid placement like this, but I want to be a person that has placement like this. Yeah, this is working beautifully. My only critiques are with like my own anatomy. Okay, cool. I have the same brush, but like another one, and this one's clean too. And I'm going to take Shortcake and do that on my crease for my outer portion. Yeah, the same. If anything, slightly less powdery maybe. Cool. I feel like this one covered a lot of area very quickly, and it did get on my lid. But it also like fluffed itself very nicely too, and I like the look of this. I really like these colors together. Yeah, I think so far my only complaint is that I do see fallout on the lid right away. But these are mattes that I am and will put on before my lid shades. So right now that's not so much of a problem. I think it might look a little uneven, but nothing you would see from a distance, I don't think. But like up close, I don't know. I don't know if I'm doing the optimal amount of blending. I also clearly have brow hairs. I don't usually put up shadows this high. So my point is, I don't know if it's like me or the shadow, but either way, not a big deal to me. This unevenness isn't anything that would discourage me from using it, so I feel like you still get the look of the shadow, the gist of it, and it's not doing any like horrible sins. Okay, so my plan now is to take this less fluffy brush and go in with Flourish to kind of like deepen up the outer V. I will say that the sticker on Flourish is a bigger sticker and it's not like totally lining up with the pan. So I don't like the look of that. I feel like it's a little bit sloppy. The other ones have smaller stickers, so it doesn't matter if they're not like put on perfectly, but this one's bigger. Also, the top of this one, again, I haven't touched any of these shadows other than the two that you just saw me put on. It looks almost like hard panned, like it looks kind of like it got wet or something. So we'll see if that affects the use of it, but I don't like the look of that. Okay, let's see. Oh, that was very powdery. Okay, maybe it's not hard panned. I'm flicking off a lot of powder from my brush. Maybe I'm like a little bit wary of the more deep shades because I wonder if the issues that I saw with this, of it kind of like having fall off in the lid and stuff, are just going to be more apparent the deeper you go. Oh, and that's not coming off very intense like I thought it might for a second. Okay, I'm not gonna flick off this time. But then you have the fall out in your face. So I guess if I'm not like flicking off into my floor, I'm getting it on my face. But this does look very nice. I think it's maintaining its color. Yeah, I do like how that looks. I did the same thing here. I didn't flick off the extra powder. Yeah, mixed feelings, because I think it looks very good on the lid, but generally I try to avoid shadows that do this. When I have this much fallout on my face, I usually end up pulling out a makeup wipe. I don't like using makeup wipes that much, but I do have them at my makeup desk, mostly for when I'm filming and doing swatches. But when I have a situation like this, that is the best course of action, because like, I don't think it's just gonna come off with the dry tissue. I'm not gonna go into my bathroom and use my makeup remover on my face because that might get into my actual eye look. So I do think it's a little bit of a deterrent if I know that like using a shade like this one means I have to stop what I'm doing and waste a whole makeup wipe to fix my face in the middle of doing my makeup. So this one's a little bit on my shit list because I didn't have that issue with the crease colors. I mean, I guess again, I didn't have to go in without flicking off my brush, but I wouldn't have gotten that pigment on my eyes if I didn't do it the way I did it. Okay, so I wiped off the fallout under my eyes, and I'm really happy with how my eyes look right now. I don't know. I want to do a shimmer on my lid, and then I'm gonna go in with Winkle for my lower lash line. I pulled out my big Looxi palette because I feel like a lot of Looxi shadows have kind of like a sheer quality, and that's what I'm imagining to go with this look. I don't want something with like a harsh base that's going to like conflict or compete with the mattes in the look. I am looking at Peppermint Kiss. I don't know. That's a contender. There's also more pinky shades like Licorice Lace. I might do both actually. Yeah, I feel like these two together might be cute. So I'm going to do Licorice Lace first, closer to the outer part. Just gonna go in with my finger. Cute. And then Licorice Lace for the inner part, or Peppermint Kiss for the inner part. I probably will use a brush to pull this into my inner corner as well when I'm up to that. Okay, so here's where we're at right now. I'm gonna do my base makeup and then we'll come back for the lower lash line. Okay, the base is on and it's Winkle time. I'm so excited. If this shade is everything that I want it to be, I think it's gonna be a real gem in my collection. I have this pencil brush from Sigma, the E30. I really like this for my lower lash line. Okay. Okay, that's a nice amount of saturation on my brush. That's pretty. Oh no, fallout. I should have known. Yeah, I'm a little bit more picky, you know, even more critical of fallout when it comes to my lower lash line, because I think that once I have my base on, which is when I'm doing my lower lash line, it's way more annoying to deal with that. Damn, that's a big strike against it. So for this one, I'm going to flick off as much as I can. That's a lot. Okay. And then it just doesn't go on as nicely, huh? Yeah, you really need it to get that kind of payoff, which is what I want. If you have a solution to this, let me know. Like, do people do their lower lash line before their base? But I feel like if you did, you wouldn't have like the nice fluff around the edges of it. Like you would have a harsh line from where you put on the foundation, right? Yeah, I like the look, but the fallout something. Just gonna do Peppermint Kiss on my pencil brush. And then I'm gonna figure out this fallout situation and be right back with some thoughts. Okay, and this is the finished look. I have been kind of hanging out for like 45 minutes or something, so it's not freshly done anymore, but I think it does look really good, and I especially like the two mattes in the crease with this. Also, I changed my shirt. I'm never like a mid-video shirt changer, but the black t-shirt, the vibe just wasn't it with the eyes. Okay, let me give you some thoughts. I feel like from a distance, you can barely see the blue, and I think it's because I had to be so careful with it because of the fallout, and I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and use this blue again on the lower lash line. I just feel like it's too powdery for me, for my preferences, to use down there and know I have to clean it up after. I think I'd rather just kind of keep my eyes out for something that I can go a little bit more intense with and not have fallout. Maybe that will be like a blue satin or something. Maybe I already have a blue in a palette that I'm just not thinking of, but I feel like this blue wasn't it for me for that purpose, and it's not giving me the blue under my eyes that I would want it to. I think something that's kind of happened with me as I've understood my makeup preferences a little bit more and stopped pushing myself out of my own box for no reason is that some colors, some shades only have a specific purpose for me. In the past, I think I might have been like, oh, this blue might be good in case I want a blue matte on my lid, but I'm not gonna suddenly wake up and be a different person. I don't want a blue matte on my lid, and if I did, I do have blue mattes and palettes and stuff that I could. It's not like this is the only blue matte to ever exist. I wanted this blue matte for a specific purpose, and it's not fulfilling that purpose. I feel the same way about Flourish. I wanted this to deepen up a look, and I've learned today that when I deepen up a look with this, I have to go in without tapping off my brush, and that makes so much fallout on the face. And then I have to use a makeup wipe, which I don't want to have to use. These two, in the crease, I think these worked great. I think with the formula, using the shadows on a fluffy brush for something light in the crease is ideal, and I could imagine myself looking for Dandelion's mattes only for that purpose. I don't think they're going to be a brand for me where I want all my mattes from them because the other two uses I didn't enjoy. I hope that makes sense. I think these mattes worked really well for the crease, but I wouldn't use every color in the crease. Maybe I will try to do Winkle, maybe even in the same way that I did Lila. So it's not like my first impression is the end all be all, but this is kind of how I'm feeling going forward, and I'm not going to reach for Flourish for my outer V again. I just know I won't after this, and I know it's too deep for me to want to use in my crease. I want to do some quick swatches of these two. So we have Lila, Shortcake, Flourish, which is very powdery even in the swatch, and Winkle. Yeah, I'm definitely excited about these two, probably mostly about Shortcake just because I really like the color of it. Flourish, I'm very not excited, and Winkle, I'm kind of like, I'm cautious about. It's such a pretty color, but I think it's just not the right formula for me for how I want to use that color. If you're someone who loves Dandelion's cosmetics, I would love to hear what your favorite shadows are, how you like to use them, if you have a better way for dealing with the fallout or not getting fallout, because I do feel like they have a nice assortment of colors. And on top of that, my other two favorite matte formulas that I have in my single shadows are Looxi, who never comes out with new matte shades, and Menagerie, who stopped selling singles. And on top of that, Dandelion's is so cheap that I could imagine myself, maybe later in the year, picking up some more colors that I would like to use in my crease. So yeah, I'd be really curious to hear your recommendations. That's gonna be everything for today though. I hope this was fun to watch. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It really means a lot to me, and there's always way more makeup content on the way. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.